Alright boys, Elon Musk finally crashed out, and on Asmongold of all people. Past generations once predicted that by 2025, we'd have flying cars, time machines, and interplanetary travel. But instead, we've got multi-millionaires arguing with multi-billionaires about who's better at video games. Nostradamus couldn't even predict this shit. I mean, what a time to be alive. Now, before I even jump into this video, let me first brace myself for the legion of Elon Musk fanboy drones, otherwise known as Tesla bots, who may swarm this video and attack me for clowning on their precious almighty God Emperor. Look, I understand that you all may like the guy, but your boy got caught lying, alright? And look, it's not the end of the world, but he got caught in a little fib, and we're just laughing at him, alright? So let us enjoy his floundering. So for those who don't know, or in other words, people with lives outside of the internet, Elon Musk rides this idea of being a pro gamer pretty hard. You know, he's just an absolute turbo gamer who's easily capable at instantly mastering any game he touches. Never mind the fact that it takes everybody else thousands upon thousands of hours to master these same games. No, Elon Musk is just so smart and perfect and good at everything he does, and he can make anything look easy.
I have a lifetime of playing video games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
The Paragon board and the build, you're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I've played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where a lot of people are playing, to rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world or the top 20? Wow, in Diablo.
Yeah.
Now, there were some conspiracies and rumblings in the past back when Elon Musk played Diablo 4 if he was actually the one playing or not, but nothing was solid and it was believable enough for him to pass it off as legit, and it very well could have been, but the people's trust in his gaming abilities has now expired with his recent stream of Path of Exile 2. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of how exactly he was exposed, but a YouTuber and streamer by the name of Quinn and some other content creators with loads of hours and experience in the game already made some videos with some pretty damning evidence exposing him for not being the one who's gotten his character to the level he's at, and likely just paying somebody else to do it for him so they can then pass the keys over to him so he can play the character live on stream and show it off, try to trick everybody into thinking it was he who got the character to that point all himself, when clearly that is total malarkey. And when you watch the footage yourself, you will see how silly a lie this all is, but I shit you not, this dude is still fighting tooth and nail to keep this lie afloat on X. Bro, this guy cannot wrap his mind around the fact that he wasn't able to outwit a community of gamers. Look, I know this is a tough pill for Elon to swallow, but you are not the mega brain genius you think you are, dipshit. You are not the God Emperor of the internet, and we will not pretend that you've got clothes on. Your lie was about as convincing as Mark Zuckerberg drinking a glass of water to pretend that he's actually human.
Time limits will be and must be strictly enforced given the numbers that we have here today. If you're over your time, Chairman Thune and I...
Believing Elon Musk actually leveled his PoE 2 character all by himself is like believing the earth is flat or that the tooth fairy exists. And when you tell his fanbase this, it's like telling a child that Santa isn't real. Your IQ is either neck and neck with a fucking tadpole, or you've got a brain-eating amoeba gnawing on your frontal lobe currently and it's hindering your critical thinking skills. There is not a single shot in holy hell the guy who lacks any understanding whatsoever of the game's most basic and fundamental mechanics has gotten to the point he is at. And this is not just some theory, this is a fact. Yeah, so I'm just gonna equip my level 7 doohickey, summon the Duke of Dick and Balls, defeat the Sanctum of Semen Demons, and hopefully the legendary Staff of Cock-Ass Drops, but I won't be able to equip it because I didn't empty my bags before loading in. Alright everybody, put your tinfoil hats on because it's conspiracy time. I would not be surprised if all the people fighting for their lives to defend Elon Musk and his blatant lies were all bot profiles programmed by Elon himself. I mean, this dude will lie to literally anybody about anything. It's actually pretty alarming how stupid he thinks we all are to even believe such blatant bullshit, so this would not surprise me in the slightest. Personally, I am not at all surprised that Elon was not the one piloting his own account. I mean, he has a hard enough time piloting his own body. This dude has the physical mannerisms of a 53-year-old newborn. I've seen actual Fortnite emotes display more realistic human movements than Elon Musk has displayed himself. I bet a skinwalker could do a better job at convincing you it's actually human than Elon Musk can. And just imagine how comically narcissistic you must be to be one of the richest humans to ever exist in all of human history and still feel the need to lie to a random community of gamers about actually playing the game that they play. This has got to be the dumbest and most unnecessary lie ever told. Bro could have just played the game, but no, that wasn't enough. He had to try and trick everybody everybody into thinking he was one of the best in the world at it, and then basically shit on the whole community by practically laughing about how easy the game is as he co-pilots an account that isn't even his. I mean, this guy's a goddamn moron. I don't care how much money he has in the bank or how many rockets he shoots up into space. I'm convinced this dude washes his eggs and toast down with a gallon of stupid juice every morning. But if you thought this situation couldn't kick you in the balls any harder, brace your nutsacks because it gets worse. So Asmongold, a massively popular streamer who's essentially the bane of the internet at the moment, which I find to be absolutely hilarious, recently made a video covering the whole situation where he expressed his skepticism of the legitimacy of Elon's account. And since he's quite familiar with Path of Exile himself, he could see it's clear as day that Elon totally didn't level that account himself, and so he spoke aloud his thoughts. Well, Captain Cringe himself, Elon Musk, didn't take too kindly to Asmongold's great betrayal. How dare Asmon not turn a blind eye to the blatant lies and not just pat him on the back for being so special and talented? How dare he not operate like a good little Tesla bot and believe his every word and obey his every command? So in a fit of rage, Elon in the middle of the night decides to unfollow Asmon on X, and then he makes a post talking shit about him and then removes his verified badge, effectively shadow banning him, and then leaks their DMs, which is about how an angsty preteen would handle this whole situation. All because Asmon simply told the truth, or expressed his own skepticism about a narrative that many already believed to be untrue. But remember, Elon Musk is against misinformation, and he's our bravest soldier fighting on the front lines against cancel culture and for our right to freedom of speech. Unless you voice your take on him not actually piloting his Path of Exile account. Well, that's where we draw the line. All right, so real quick, I just want to go over some of the tweets they shared amongst each other. And can I just say, holy shit, does Elon Musk post a lot on Twitter? Like, what is even going on? Like, how does he have all this time to play Path of Exile if he's tweeting all day? But, so he says, Asmon behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man. Okay, so I guess everybody with a boss is not their own man, or they're not their own person. Sure, okay. And then he shares this image, which is taken out of context, and it's a conversation between he and Asmon. And Asmon says, I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it even. And Elon says, sure, who are these mysterious editors? And Asmon tells him who his editors are, and he says, so basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they just get a cut of the ad rev. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. And Elon says, interesting. So I don't really know how this screenshot like backs his point up. And then he gets community noted on his own platform, and it says Asmongold does not have bosses. He employs content editors to package and redistribute content from his live Twitch streams on other platforms such as YouTube. The editors mentioned in the DMs leaked in Elon's follow-up comment are his employees. Does he not know what an editor is? I'm sorry, I'm confused by this. Like, how does this guy not know what an editor is? I'm so confused. It says, Elon Musk seems to think Asmongold is an employee with editors overseeing him. That's incorrect. Asmongold's editors are actually his employees. They edit/upload his content for a revenue share. They don't control what he does. There is no way this guy is this fucking dumb. I'm sorry, there's just no shot. What? Like, what are we talking about right now? Even the people in the replies are saying, I thought you were smarter than this. I mean, this is hilarious. He's just actually a dumbass. This person says, it's obvious to any serious Path of Exile player that you didn't level the character to 97 yourself and that your knowledge of the game is tenuous. I'm generally a big fan of Elon, but this just made me lose trust. Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that we need to have a lot of trust in. Like, isn't this dude supposed to audit the government and shit? Like, doesn't this guy have like a big role to play in the upcoming administration? I mean, like, and he's out here lying about video game shit? What are we even talking about? Like, you have bigger fish to fry, bro. Like, you don't look good here. No part of this makes you look good. And then you're trying to uphold the lie as if anybody is actually stupid enough to believe it in the first place. I don't know. This is just not the route to go. I mean, a lot of people are going to be looking at him sideways after this because this is just weird. You know what I mean? It's not just like incredibly embarrassing and just stupid and cringe, but it's just weird. It's just a really weird and pointless thing to lie about. Like, he just didn't need to do this. I mean, it's just a pointless lie. And then it really brings up, well, what else is this guy willing to lie about? I mean, if he's willing to lie about something so stupid and meaningless and small and fight this hard to defend his blatant lie, what else is he willing to do this with? It really is a red flag. So here Elon Musk says, I'm on hundreds of streams on YouTube/Twitch playing live with the world's best players. Now, I don't know if this applies to Path of Exile 2, maybe for other games, but I'm not sure he's really had like much streams and content like that for Path of Exile 2. I'm not positive. And then he says, no other way to say this, but while Asmon is good at caustic commentary and making fun of people, he is not good at video games. And then he gets checked again, and this lists some of Asmon's achievements in World of Warcraft. And for those who don't know, Asmon has been playing WoW for like 20 years. I don't think he really plays it anymore, but he's been a long time WoW player, and he's achieved a lot of things in the game. So this is just a bitter, this is just like a bitter take. And yeah, watching Asmon's reaction to this tweet here, Asmon's just like, yeah, dude, I don't care if you think or if anyone thinks I'm good at games or not. Like that's not something that matters to me. Why would this matter? I mean, like, this is the dumbest argument ever. it's just really a one-sided argument, really. But no, it's just stupid. You would expect more from a guy of Elon's caliber, right? Like this dude owns this whole entire platform. He's got SpaceX and Tesla. He's working with Trump and this, that, and the third. And like, this is what he's up to? Like, trying to point out that like people aren't good at video games? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, nah. It's crazy. I mean, what even is this? Oh yeah, and this one here just cracked me up. This person says, it seems like he's only chasing clout. He wants to generate clickbait. What's sad is he burned a friendship for it. Like, what the... Like, what are you even talking about? How is calling this dude out or just expressing skepticism for his, like, blatant lie, right? How is that just chasing clout and trying to generate clickbait? What the fuck? Like, it's these people, they cannot be real, right? This has to be a Tesla bot. Like, there's just no way. This guy says, bro, Asmon was much more kind towards Elon than anyone else commenting on the subject, and that he was. Even Asmon's response to this whole thing, he takes it very lightly on Elon. I mean, he could have really just went in, and he doesn't. He really doesn't. Even after all this, the leaked DMs, everything, Asmon stays very level-headed. He doesn't, pounce at him and take this opportunity to just like, dog on him with the whole internet behind him. He's not taking the opportunity to do so. He's not trying to like dunk on him or anything like that. He's kind of just addressing the situation and just kind of talking about it casually. It doesn't really seem to be like bothering him at all. And he's basically just saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure Elon's going to get over it. This is not a big deal thing. I don't really care. So yeah, I find that incredibly interesting. This person says, Elon is burning his reputation as a relatable, somewhat down-to-earth billionaire with actual good intentions, which took years to build, so he can seem like an elite gamer. And everyone who's calling him out plays said game for a living. That's what's sad, not Asmon's input. Exactly. Honestly, this is a good take. I totally agree with this. I mean, Elon, compared to most billionaires, I feel is he has done the best job at coming off as like a relatable, down-to-earth guy to like the general populace. Whether he is or not, I'm not making the argument that he is or not. I'm just saying that's what it seems, just like the optics of it. It seems like a lot of people do kind of perceive him that way. I mean, a lot of people do like the guy, and he does have a pretty strong presence just like on social media and just like pop culture and stuff. People are willing to kind of accept him in, bring him in, which you don't really see a lot of people do that with many billionaires, right? I mean, yeah, and he definitely has made the effort to build this reputation. And with the gaming stuff, I mean, he did play Elden Ring. I believe he did play Elden Ring, and he talked about it on the Lex Friedman podcast, and that was a cool moment, you know what I mean? Seeing a guy like that just talk about a game that we all played, and we all can relate to what he was saying. He enjoyed the game, and we all enjoyed that game as well. And then he played Diablo 4, and apparently he was like amazing at that game. And then, but this Path of Exile stuff, I mean, it's questionable whether the Diablo 4 stuff was legit or not. It very well could have been, but with this Path of Exile 2 shit, it's definitely not. Like, it's just straight up not legit, and it's not fooling anybody. And it really felt unnecessary. I feel like he already had some respect from gamers. I mean, like, as if that even matters. Like, why does everyone need to respect you in general? Like, why is this elite gamer thing, the respect of the gaming community, like getting behind you? Like, why does that matter so much to him? I don't know. But yeah, it's just, nah, he really folded on this. I feel like he kind of already had it with Elden Ring. I mean, bro, you beat Elden Ring. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be like, oh, all right, dude, that's what's up. Yeah, that's cool. Good job. The Path of Exile 2 shit just feels so, I don't know, pointless. I don't doubt that Elon Musk is a gamer to some extent. I mean, he did used to play StarCraft, I believe, and You know, I feel like he wants the respect and the acceptance from the gaming community so much. He wants to be let in because the gaming community is incredibly influential, especially when it comes to social media. I mean, look how big, you know, Kai Cenat's gaming streams get, or people that come from the gaming community. You know, us, I Show Speed, Asmongold here. I mean, look, 1 million followers, and his tweets are huge and his videos are huge. I mean, this dude has a lot of influence. You know, these people that come from the gaming community, they end up with a lot of influence if they blow up. And I think Elon Musk, he's smart enough to recognize this. And I feel like that's why he does want some sort of connection or association or some sort of friendship or relationships with these people and with this community, because despite it just being the gaming community, these people are incredibly influential, especially with the youth and just pop culture and social media in general. You know, they're huge, they're massive. So I believe, you know, that could play a role into why he wants their acceptance so bad. But he definitely went about it the wrong way. I think a lot of people would have respected him more if he just played the game and was just bad at it. You know, and it was just authentic and it was just real. And it's just, because it's more relatable that way, because a lot of people feel that, you know, you just skyrocketing to the top of the leaderboards and just being the best to ever do it. That's not relatable to most people, because most people don't experience the game like that, right? Most people do struggle. Most people do find these games incredibly difficult. So, you know, it's, I don't know. I mean, you were better off just playing the game legit, and just, we can all see the process of you getting better, the process of you eventually maybe reaching the point that you pretended to reach. I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just a really funny situation overall. So yeah.